Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Season 3, Week 19 of the DC Sports Digest. Actually a pretty busy week with lots to talk about, so without further ado, let's just get started. Starting with the Nats, they began spring training actually pretty well. I think they won their first couple, and they lost a couple, and also there's ties in spring training, so they tied two. So a pretty decent start, but also got not read too much into it because we're having a lot of our starting players, and a lot of these teams are playing some of their like minor league guys in spring training. So we'll see what happens. It probably won't apply to the season, but it's nice to have a good start in spring training. Our best game was against the Marlins. Brady House had 2 home runs, and we got a nice win against them. Not too much to report from the other games. The only thing that's going on soon is the World Baseball Classic. We'll have Matt Mervis and Harry Ford representing the Nats for Israel and Great Britain. So good luck to them, and good luck to the U.S. as well. Hopefully they can win that as well as just like they did in the Olympics with hockey, win the World Baseball Classic. That'd be great to see. But coming up this week, we have more spring training games versus the Astros and Mets and Marlins, and that's all I have for the Nets. On the Wizards, they lost to the Hornets and Hawks twice. Really, it was not anything to write home about. Some blowouts in all these games just didn't look super competitive. A couple transactions to mention. Tristan Vucevic was signed a full NBA contract. Leaky Black, as well as Julian Reese were both signed to two-way contracts. And Jameer Watkins signed a standard NBA contract. So congrats to all of them on their contracts. And coming up this week, we have games versus the Raptors, Rockets, Magic, and Jazz. See if we can get any wins or if we can continue our tanking journey. That's all I have for the Wizards. On in the Caps, beat the Flyers and Golden Knights, but before we'll finish up my Olympic recap, Slovakia lost in the bronze medal game, but the U.S. won gold against Canada, so that was great to see. Congrats to all Caps players. Actually, all of them won a medal. Ferravari won bronze, and Wilson and Logan Thompson won silver, so that's great to see. Michael returned, and Milana moved to Hershey before our game started. And now on to our games. Had a pretty sluggish start against the Flyers, but we were able to come back from the break and win it. Protas had his 20th goal of the season, empty netter to seal that game. Had a way better start against the Golden Knights. We had a 3-0 lead, almost choked it, but we were able to hold them off. Jacob Chikrin played his 16th career game and notched his 48th point of the season, the best he's had in a season, so congrats to him. Pierre-Luc Dubois had an amazing game, 2 goals and 3 points, and Protas and Sandin both had 2 points. So really great game. It should have been as close as it was, but we were able to hold off the Golden Knights. And now we are pushing toward the wild card. We are 2 points from a wild card spot, also 2 points from third place in the Metro, both of which would get us to the playoffs. I really don't have too much confidence in how far we can make it to the playoffs, but we are still in the hunt to make the playoffs, which is good to see, I guess. Still, we'll see what happens. This week we have games versus the Canadians and our first game versus the Utah Mammoth. So hopefully I can get some more wins and continue our playoff push. That's all I have for the Caps. On to the Commanders, a lot of stuff to talk about. In addition to the Combine, which I'll get to at the end, we re-signed Andrew Wiley to a 2-year, $7.5 million contract. Good depth piece. It's just good to keep him. The surprising move, actually 2 O-line moves this week, was released center Tyler Biotish. He did have a significant injury. Also, I guess his performance wasn't the best. So we'll see what happens with what we do with. There's a couple guys in free agency like Tyler Linderbaum or Lloyd Cushenberry or a couple guys we can get in the draft. We saved some money with this move, but I feel like if we sign someone in free agency, we're gonna end up paying more money on that. So I don't really know what the plan is. But I guess they thought they could upgrade at center. So we'll see what happens. Free agency is coming up soon. We're also announced to play in the London game. We don't know against who, but second straight year of an international game is, I guess, pretty exciting. So see what happens with that when we have the schedule released later. One final coaching update. David Rye was promoted from tight end coach to passing game coordinator. We lost our passing game coordinator Brian Johnson, and then we hired our new tight end coach Ben Steele. So we filled in those roles, and our coaching staff is pretty much set. And also this week in the Combine, it's still continuing. Most of the defensive guys went the last 2 days, so a lot of great guys to see. I'm actually planning to do a mock draft next week, hopefully, so I'll mention some of those guys. Guys like Arvo Reese, Sonny Styles. So a lot of the Ohio State guys have really impressed. And then today there's quarterbacks and wide receivers and running backs, I think, and then there's some O-linemen on Sunday. So that's the end of the Combine. Then after that, it will be free agency. So exciting times in the offseason. That's all I have for the Commanders. Like I said, stay tuned for some mock drafts coming soon. Hopefully the first one this week. Other DC sports news, not too much. DC United won their first game against Philly. Actually looked pretty good, which is a surprise, but good to see. Hopefully, they can build momentum. Their next game is tomorrow versus Austin. My weekly awards. My game of the week is going to the Nationals, being the Marlins 16-8. Nice offensive showing. Obviously, Brady House had a great game against the Marlins, so that's great to see. Play of the week, Alexei Protas, 4 points this week. And my team weeks, the Capitals going 2-0 this week, getting those crucial 4 points and staying in that playoff hunt. That's all I have this video, so check out the Instagram. Like and subscribe. Also, stay tuned for mock drafts. Like I said, the first one should hopefully come out this week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.